Let's get to Phil LeBeau with some breaking news. Hey, Phil.
Carl, all three of the big three are now locked up into tentative agreements with the United Auto Workers. We have confirmed from sources that GM and the United Auto Workers have agreed to a tentative agreement, a 4.5-year contract. We have reached out to both GM as well as the UAW. Both have declined to comment, so we're waiting for exact details about this contract that has been reached between the two sides. Expected to generally come in line with what we saw from Ford and Stellantis, 25% raise over the next 4.5 years, over 30% when you add in cost of living adjustments, a number of other things in here that really you have to look at this from the UAW perspective. This has turned out much better than I think people expected when all of this began back on September 15th. They didn't get every single thing they were looking for, guys, but they got a lot. And this is a very rich contract that the UAW has now locked in with Ford, Stellantis over the weekend, and just a few minutes ago with General Motors.
Well, Phil, I got to tell you covered this thing incredibly well, and it's almost as if famous one step ahead of the posse constantly. When watching your coverage, it's very clear that they had no idea what a strategist they were dealing with. They had no plan. And they gave away many things that they had worked hard for. Phil, why were they so unaware that they had a real opponent?
Jim, that's a great question. I'm not sure. I think at the end of the day, people will look back on this, and yes, you can say, well, the environment with the way inflation has been going and the fact that they were coming off of record profits in North America over the last 3 years, of course they were going to make rich contracts. But all along, the UAW, Sean Fain and his leadership, and the strike strategy, this one plant at a time, we're going to keep you guessing. You're not sure if we're going to strike here, we're going to strike there, and very, very effective use of social media by the UAW. You put that all together, and this has worked out far better than they expected, and I'm sure far better than a number of executives expected in Detroit when all of this began.
Yeah. Phil, of course, investors now are going to be trying to figure out what it all looks like in terms of cost, what it's going to mean for margin. Well, is there anything you can David, fill us in there? Yeah.
The early estimate is that the all-in cost, and that's the one that everybody focuses on, prior to this or the previous contract, it was $64 to $66 per hour all in for the big three. $55 per hour all in for the foreign automakers here in the U.S. and $45 per hour for Tesla. The early estimate on the Ford contract that we've seen is that it comes in somewhere about $88, $89 per hour. We haven't seen a final calculation. But if that's correct, let's say it's $87 to $89 an hour, basically a jump of $22 an hour all in per employee. Look at that gap between them, the big three, and the foreign automakers. They're at 88, 89. Foreign automakers are at 55. Now, those wages are going to go up as well. Are they going to go up as much as they did at the UAW? That is going to be the big focus now over the next several years. The gap between what Detroit is paying and what the foreign automakers are paying here in the U.S.
Phil, this comes at an interesting time as well because, over the last weeks, and I want your, obviously, input here, we continue to hear that EVs are starting to really slow, that demand is really slowing. We've talked so often about what this is going to mean for GM and Ford and their plans in terms of being profitable in EV. Meanwhile, they seem to be pushing things out. Kind of just give us a sense as to the landscape as we sit here right now with this tentative deal.
The overall demand is slowing. That is an actual thing that is happening within the auto industry. Doesn't mean that we're seeing a reversal and people are not buying EVs at all. It's just not growing as quickly as it was in the past. It's about 7% of overall sales. And for the big three, they have to sit here and say, do we commit as much as we expected through 25, 26, or are we a little more judicious and realize that the market will be slower to develop? And maybe we push some of these plants that we were planning to bring online in 25 and 26 out to 27 and 28. I think most would argue that's a smart move. Now, at the end of the day, David, what has to happen, if they are going to be competitive in EVs, they got to get their act together. Because they certainly haven't been right off the ball. Yes, they're doing better and they're increasing their sales, but this is still Tesla's game. And they're nowhere close. And that has to change over the next several years. And they know that. You listened to the Ford call the other day. Jim, I know you listened to it.
Yep.
It's pretty clear. They know what they have to do when it comes to EVs, and Ford's got other issues in terms of warranty costs. But with regard to electric vehicles, it's showtime. You've got to come to the plate over the next couple of years. Otherwise, you can pretty much say, okay, 4.5 years from now, we're going to be talking about this again during the next UAW contract.
As for labor pressure in the industry, Phil, going forward from here, let's listen quickly to what Shawn Fain said about the next labor negotiation cycle. Take a listen.
One of our biggest goals coming out of this historic contract victory is to organize like we've never organized before. When we return to the bargaining table in 2028, it won't just be with the big three, but with the big five or big six.
That's what a lot of the street commentary is focusing on today, Phil.
Look, they have momentum, and I'm not trying to play down the success that Shawn Fain and his team have had over the last month and a half. There's no doubt they have momentum, and there's no doubt that if you are working at a Toyota plant in Kentucky that you're not looking around going, that's pretty good. That's pretty good car they got there. Having said that, they have a long track record of being unable to unionize at Toyota, at Honda, at Nissan. They just haven't done it. And they've been talking about it for 30, 40 years. So at what point does that change? Is this the contract that changes that? Maybe, but that's what you have to keep in mind.